What's up? It's your boy Austin Rutherford back here again where we talk business, finance, and real estate. Today we're on the way to a house that we actually just finished flipping. We're getting ready to sell it here in about 10 to 15 days. And I wanted to give you a full case study of that breakdown on how we found the deal, how we funded it, how we renovated it, how much money we're going to make, everything in between. I want to show you exactly how we did it so you can go out here and do this on your own and make your own money flipping houses. So the cool thing with this deal is we actually ended up getting this lead in October of 2019. A little over a year ago is the first time we got this lead from our cold callers, and we followed up on it for a year before we ever got the deal. We probably made 60 or 70 follow-up calls for an entire year before getting the deal, and guess what? We'll make about $60,000 on this project. Unheard of, but without the follow-ups, the deal never would have happened. So make sure you're out there making the follow-up calls. We'll see you at the house. So here we are at the house. As you can see, outside looks pretty good, but the cool thing is when we bought this house, it didn't need any of this work. It already had a new roof, it already had siding, it already had gutters, it already had paint and trim. So the outside was in very, very good condition. All we did here was threw some mulch in the flower beds and trimmed up the bushes to give it that curb appeal, so when people pull into the property, it actually looks good. So let's go inside here, take a look at the inside. So inside here, honestly, this entire property didn't need that much work, but that's the power of following up on deals. We got this lead originally back in October 2019. So when you follow up over and over and over and over again, there's probably people that stopped following up, but when you do that, you get great opportunities just like this one. So in here, this flooring is all original. We didn't replace any of the flooring. We painted the walls. We installed the carpeting upstairs. One of the cool things that you can do on houses that gives it a pop feature as soon as people pull into the driveway is painting the front door. So when you paint this a bright red color, it stands out. It catches people's attention. It's not just white and bland and blends in with the rest of the house. So that's a cool little sizzle feature is what we call it that you can put on your houses. Throughout the rest of the house, we replaced some light fixtures. This house was not that bad at the end of the day. We'll get into the numbers here in a second, but all we did was spend about 15 grand on the renovation of this property. It's not that much money because the property was actually in very good condition. So if you look in here in the kitchen though, kitchen looks really, really nice, but we didn't spend much money on it. So rarely do we ever actually rip out, like take all the cabinets out entirely and replace them. What we normally do is we just paint them white. So we'll go in, we'll paint them white, we'll paint the insides of them white, and they'll look really, really good even though they're old cabinets. So these cabinets look like they're in pretty good condition. Another thing that we'll do is we'll put these, what are these called, knobs, pulls on these, because this makes it pop as well. It makes it just have like a higher end finish to the cabinets, even though these things cost like $3. Not the end of the world. And then once you throw countertops on top of cabinets and granite ones, it really makes this kitchen pop. Then you throw in some stainless steel appliances, doesn't get much better than that. So this kitchen looks like a very, very high-end expensive kitchen, but it really didn't cost us that much money at the end of the day. The appliances cost us probably $2,000, $2,500, and the rest of the kitchen entirely cost us maybe another $1,500 to $2,000. So the kitchen is not that expensive, but it makes it pop. Kitchens and bathrooms sell the houses, so make sure you spend some money on the kitchen. So we're down in the basement. Now, as you can see, the basement is not finished. Could we have finished the basement? Absolutely. Could we have spent 10 grand on finishing the basement? Absolutely. Would it have helped this house sell for more? No. Would it have helped the house sell maybe a little bit faster? Yes. But the thing with renovating properties, you cannot over improve properties. When we looked at all the comps, none of the comps had the finished basements. They all had unfinished basements. So us putting money into the basement would have done us no good. So we would have been literally just dumping money into something that we would have not received a return on. So make sure you look at comparable houses to see how much you have to renovate your house. If the comparable houses have white appliances, Formica countertops, old cabinets, old flooring, old carpet, maybe you don't have to do those things. You don't want to over improve a property. But if you take a look over here too, some quick things on actually renovating houses. If you look at this electrical panel, so this is an updated electrical panel. Sometimes there's push-o-matic breakers here that you actually have to push. These ones you just flip right and left. If it's a push-o-matic, it means the breaker's older and you may have to replace those things. If you look at these wires here, these are white. So white, yellow, orange, blue, any of the colored things normally mean that all the electric in the house is updated. Normally. If it's like a fabric-y, blackish, grayish type of thing, it's literally fabric. It's not vinyl or whatever this is by any means, it's fabric. If it's fabric, that normally means that the house's electric is older. So it might be a 2-prong outlet. or it might actually be knob and tube. So at that point, you might have to actually go out there and replace all the electric. So if you look at this is what's called a sump pump. So basements are obviously below ground. So when water goes in, it sinks into the ground. It has a potential of water coming into the basement. So what this does is that there's a drain around the entire outside of the basement. So all the water goes into the drain and funnels to the sump pump. And then this pumps the water outside. So you no longer have water in your basement. So if you have those in your basement, it's a very good thing. There's a pump inside of here. You just need to make sure the pump works. The pump costs like 500 bucks. Now, if you had to install an entire system and trench the whole exterior of the basement, you're talking thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. So when you see this, it's a very powerful thing. It means you don't have to spend money in the basement. So like I said, the things that sell houses is kitchens and bathrooms / master bedroom. So if you look at this bedroom, it's a pretty big bedroom. And what's also cool, it has a vaulted ceiling. So it makes it feel even bigger because it's vaulted. So you wanna make sure that the master bedrooms look good and are big. So that's why we put hardwood flooring in here, so it pops. And if you check out in here, there's a master bathroom as well. It's not crazy renovated by any means, but again, we looked at the comps and the comps determined that we didn't have to fully, completely gut that bathroom because the comps didn't say so. It didn't need to be renovated, so we didn't have to spend any more money renovating that bathroom. So the big question, everybody wants to know what the actual numbers of the deal are. So for this property, we bought it for $150,000. Easy round number, 150 grand. We planned on putting $15,000 into the rehab on this project, and we planned on selling it for $245,000. With doing that, we would have made about $55,000 if everything went accordingly. That's what was projected when we bought the house. That was our budget when we bought it. What the actual end budget was very, very similar, a couple of tweaks to it. We bought it for $150. We spent just about 15 grand on the rehab, so right on budget, which is awesome. And we listed it for $255,000. So we listed it for 10 grand higher than what we planned on selling it for in hopes of making a little bit more money. And we actually put it in contract for $250. So it was 5 grand less than the list price, but 5 grand more than we hoped for. So it was on the market for like a week. We had a buyer come in, they actually did an inspection and completely walked away. Just like, nope, I don't want the deal. They didn't even give us an opportunity for a remedy, which is really weird because the inspection wasn't even bad. The inspection was like, hey, this light switch doesn't work, which is easy to fix. If there's a major structural foundation issue, that's a whole different question. But so that buyer walked. So we put it back on the MLS. We had another buyer come in at 250 grand. And they only asked for us to fix like 2 things on the remedy request, which cost us like $100. So super, super easy deal. So we sold it for 5 grand more than we hoped for. All the other numbers were on pace. So we're actually going to end up making $60,000 to $61,000 on this deal once it's all said and done. Again, a deal that took us a year from lead to purchase. It took us almost an entire year of doing that. Follow up the entire time. And then buying it, renovating, and selling it in 60 to 90 days. So in 60 to 90 days, you make $60,000. That's unheard of. That doesn't happen. But the only way you get opportunities like that is if you do the marketing. We have cold callers calling. You do the marketing, and then you follow up. People forget that the fortune is in the follow-up. You make your money in the follow-up. You got to be following up, because when you forget to follow up, guess what? I'm not going to forget to follow up, and I'm going to take the deal. Or your competitor's not going to forget to follow up, and they're going to take the deal. And you're going to be hurt because there's money sitting on the table that you could have had. So make sure that you stay following up. Last thing, we funded it with 100% private money. So we raised private money to fund a $150,000 purchase and a $15,000 rehab, 100% funded. We paid 10% in interest, and we're paying all the interest when we sell the house. There's no interest payments that are made on this deal. So that's the full breakdown. How we got the lead, cold calling, how long it took us, almost a year, how we funded it, private money, how we renovated it. I just walked you through the house and told you exactly what we did, why we did, and how we did it. And the numbers on the deal, how you actually make money on the deal. So that's step by step, exactly how you can go out there and do the same thing. I got a ton of videos on this channel telling you exactly how to market, who to market to, how to make offers, how to analyze deals, how to get properties under contract, everything you need to know to do this business yourself. Make sure you watch the other YouTube channels. So if this was beneficial, smash that like button. YouTube loves the algorithm. If you could smash that like button, it'd be greatly appreciated. And then drop a comment below. If you have any questions or if anything didn't make sense or anything you want to know about real estate, drop a question below. And as always, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can get notified on all of our future content. And as always, appreciate you being here. We'll see you on the next one. Peace. What's up, everyone? It's Austin Rutherford here, and I just personally want to say thank you for taking the time to watch my YouTube channel, where we talk business, finance, real estate, and how to elevate your life. On this channel, you'll find everything from mindset to marketing to wholesaling to sales and negotiation to flipping houses to raising private money to rentals to Airbnbs. Everything you need to run your own business, you can find on this channel, so make sure you take a look at it. But if you're one of those people who want to work directly with me and build your own real estate company, make sure you check out thereblueprint.com. thereblueprint.com. What this is it's a training and a duplicate of my business. Every way in my business where we make money right now, you get everything. It's from wholesaling to marketing to raising private money to renovating houses to flipping houses to buying rental properties, and the mindset that allows you to do all those things. An in-depth look at everything inside of my business. And on top of that, you get all the documents that go along with it. You get all the scripts, you get all the templates, you get all the Excel spreadsheets, you get all the contracts, you get all the credibility packets. You get literally everything you need to run your own real estate company. And on top of all that, you get live coaching calls with me. So don't miss out on it. Make sure you check out thereblueprint.com. And again, if you have any suggestions on YouTube content, YouTube videos that you want to hear more about, make sure you drop a comment in the description below. If you have something, let me know so we can get that content out to you as quickly as possible. Again, as always, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all the likes, the comments, the subscriptions, everything. Hope to see you on the next video. Peace.